Salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. V back with another Age of Empires 3 Thursday, number 15. And this week, we find ourselves in the dry, arid plains of Mexico for a fairly high-level game. These guys are in the top 150 players on the leaderboard currently. In the north of the map, introducing our red player, playing as the British. We have Martiskainen. And in the south of the map, playing in the color blue as the Ottoman Empire, we have none other than Karim, 1903. Another Ottoman game. I don't know why all of the replays that I've picked up have been Ottoman games. I swear I'm not planning it. It's just been kind of a weird coinkydink, but I think Ottoman at high level play is experiencing a bit of a resurgence. But look at this. We have an early trading post from both players placing on the opposite side of the map. There are a total of 4 trading posts, kind of split by this middle plateau here. Really cool map feature. And both the British player Martis and Karim are going to be taking a trading post for themselves. Now, Karim not collecting his starting resources. Are we going to be seeing Silk Road? He has it in his deck, ladies and gentlemen. We might be seeing some Silk Road play. He doesn't have the 3 villagers, so perhaps maybe Silver Road into capitalism. I've been seeing that quite a bit. What else does he have in his deck? Not much for Age 2 at all. Quite a bit in Age 3, but quite a few Age 4 cards. So possibly some FI play coming from the Ottoman player. Meanwhile, Martis is sending the standard 3 settlers and also a very light Age 2 deck. Age 3 deck is standard, quite a few economic upgrades there, and also a pretty stacked Age 4 deck. So maybe we're going to see some dual Age 4 play for... The way I said that was horrible. And we have Martis picking up the 100 food here. I think that's probably the best treasure on the map. This map, treasures are pretty mid, I'm going to be honest. A lot of 40 wood, 60 coin, no big beefy treasures. I think the 100 food was probably the biggest, most valuable one on the map. But checking over at Karim, I do believe Silk Road, yes, Silk Road did come in, ladies and gentlemen, making all of his starting resources 25% more valuable, already going into the second age. Meanwhile, Martiskainen also going up to the second age, but going to be not a substantial amount behind, but is going to be a bit behind, sending Virginia Company. Are we going to be seeing a manor boom into Age 4 play for British? That would be awesome. Meanwhile, we have a treasure contention here. Oh, crack-shotting the last Coyote 60 food, going to the Ottoman explorer, Kanuni Sultan Suleiman. Very nice pickup for Karim, and gonna go right back to building this trading post, getting the double trading post up. And is he going to send capitalism? No, he is going to save that second shipment. And I wonder if he's going to send, maybe he's gonna go 5 vil, 700 coin, 700 wood? I don't know. That seems too greedy, but it's possible. It's possible, ladies and gentlemen. Or maybe some variety of those 3 shipments, gathering up a little bit of coin. So I think we're going to see something very, very Age 3 or 4 based for the Ottoman player. Meanwhile, 4 manors going down for Martiskainen, or Kainen, however you say it. I'm just going to go Kainen. But chasing down that Ottoman explorer is not happy about the fact that he did not pick up that treasure. And ladies and gentlemen, the wall play is already coming out from the Brit player. Hashtag wall is meta. Hashtag wall equals wins. Oh my God. Okay, I love good wall play. And here we have the 500 food coming in for the Ottoman player, which is going to be even further increased by that spice trade. So going to be a nice little pickup. And the 700 coin as well, which is actually going to turn into how much? What is that going to be? 800? 825? Something like that. So really nice play there by the Ottoman player. Karim What is he going to send? He had 2 shipments back to back. He sent 700 coins, 700 wood now coming in. And the British player, look at this line of walls. This is ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, he's covering up this whole half of the map, walling all the way to the plateau, except for this one gap with the trading post. So Ottoman units will be able to sneak through here at some point if Karim wants to play aggressively, although I don't think he is. Sent 700 coin with 700 wood halfway to age 3 with the exiled prince, so a fast age up. Meanwhile, Martiskainen now has 90 manor pop already and is building a wall of houses followed by a regular wall, and I'll be damned if he does not wall up this other side. There it is! Call me the prophet. Here go, oh my lord. Look at this wall. This is full extension, ladies and gentlemen. For your viewing pleasure, let me just give you a slow shot of this wall. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good wall. Shipment coming in, what is he gonna send? 600 wood or 4 vills? Come on, which is it? The 4 vills. And already at 31 villagers against Karim's 13. Oh, that's bad. Millet system coming in, so going to be able to get even further vills, although he's already down in vill count by a long ways. Getting up another town center, that is going to help him try to even out that vill discrepancy, but meanwhile, the walls are not stopping. Whether it's made out of a house or it's made out of a palisade, a wall is a wall, and walls equal wins. How many villagers does he have on wood, ladies and gentlemen? 27 villagers currently on wood for Martiskainen. Karim in the 3rd age, sending 1,000. This man's going industrial. He is so going industrial. He hasn't made a single unit. He doesn't even have a barracks down. No stable, no artillery foundry. He's got a lot of 3rd age units. He hasn't sent them yet. He's got cavalry combat, frontier outpost, falconets, Mamluks. I mean, he's got all the standard stuff, but he's not really gearing up for any kind of military play. The first barracks, no, that's a town center. Oh my God, get duped. 3 town centers, no barracks, no stable. It is 7 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. We have a full wall spanning the entire map, and we have an Ottoman player that is going industrial 100%. And I'm not so sure that Britain's not playing some sort of long game here too. He's got the Glorious Revolution. Are you kidding me right now? What is this game? Full manor boom, 200 pop, 46 villagers, and we're just hitting the 8-minute mark. Meanwhile, Karim, 17. 17. Is that 3 times the vills? Hold on, let me do my math. No, not even close. That's a little over twice as many vills. 1,000 coin coming in now. And gathering so much food. 1,800 food is in the bank, close to that 2,000 mark. This man is going to gather that 1,000 coin, and he's going into the industrial age, or my name isn't Mr. V. Meanwhile, Martis is still in the 2nd age. Ladies and gentlemen, getting steel traps, 47 vills, but if he does not make something happen soon, he is going to be dealing with an Ottoman player who will have access to bombards, who will have access to Spahi, who will have access to the 12 Abus gun shipment and factories. And you can have as many vills as you want, but vills don't win games. However, walls do, and we have a 2nd layer of walls coming up, and this might be the most aggressive wall we've seen on the channel yet. We've seen some good walling, okay? My most popular video is basically a giant tutorial in how to wall. Now, granted, in that game, there were stone walls. These are only wooden, but these are far more aggressive than the last one we saw. Last one was more of a turtle with a Portuguese player. These are aggressive walls trying to hem in the Ottoman player, and the Ottoman player is on the way to the 4th age. He's got 3 town centers, 24 vills, but what is he gonna do? Is he gonna spam bombards? I mean, what does age 2 Brit do against bombard? I don't think age 2 Brit does anything against bombard. Excuse me, age 3 Brit, okay. The bishop. So going up to the 3rd age now. And what is he going to be doing once he gets there? He's making longbows. which are going to be precisely the wrong thing if Karim does go bombard. However, he might not go bombard. Maybe he'll go like heavy Abyss, but I doubt it. If he wanted to go Abyss, he could have stayed in H3. But another wall coming up. So let's just count the walls, okay? We have the original manor wall in the base, right? This is a wall, okay? Don't tell me that this is housing. This is not residential suburban housing layout, okay? This is a wall. Then we've got wall number 2, wall number 3, wall number 4 and 5 going up, and wall number 6. That is 6 layers of wall. It is 10 minutes into the game. We have not seen a single military unit. 5 longbows are on the field. Another town center for the British player. That's going to be really interesting, seeing as he already has 48 vills and precisely no military units. The Ottoman player is now in the industrial age. 5 longbows going to take out this trading post. And that is the extent of our military action so far. The wall is going to go down completely, so this half of the map is going to be entirely covered by walls. Now, I will admit, Martis has some of the most complete scouting you could ever dream of having. So if anything starts pushing forward, he's going to know about it, right? He's going to know about it right away. He's sending 8 vills because, you know what? A 30 vill advantage was not enough. If you only are ahead by 30 vills, I mean, are you even playing the game? That's a real question, by the way. Are you playing the game if you're not up by 30 plus vills as Britain? But not getting a lot of action here from Karim, sending a factory. And I don't know if he went to the 4th age to boom. I doubt it, because as Ottoman, you're just not going to outboom Brit. I don't care what you do. But he's got 3 shipments. He's got 3 shipments saved up. He's sending the 2nd factory. He's going to follow it up with 2 great bombards. He's got to. But he's got so much... This man is not revolting, is he? I just thought about that. Is this man revolting? Surely not. Surely not, dear viewers. Not against all these walls. He might. He just might. And what does Britain have to face this? He's got longbows. And more longbows. He's got 15 longbows. And Martiskainen, where did this come from? He's in the 4th age as well. Where did he get the 57 vills. Okay, I was going to say, where did he get the resources? Although I do have to point out that his hunts are getting a little bit dry in his main base. Although he has a hunt over here. And he has a 2nd and 3rd hunt over here. But we might finally be getting some action. Ladies and gentlemen, this vill has been the wall building MVP. I sometimes wish that vills got names so that they could become famous and gain worldwide renown. But they're all just called settler. It'd be kind of cool if they got randomly generated names, like Mark. This is Mark, everybody. Say hello to Mark. Isn't Mark a champ? Look at how many walls he's built. He's built at least all of these walls, along with these. He was probably over here and over here. These walls are absolutely ridiculous. But walls equal wins. And I'll say that until the cows come home. There are no cows on this map, but there are bombards. 2 great bombards. These things have 475 hit points, 500 siege attack. So, despite Mark's best efforts, these walls are going to be going down hilariously quickly. And what does Britain have? What does Martiskainen have? Even though I've been pronouncing his name 2 different ways for the entire game. What does he have to stop this? He has 19 longbows. And what else is he making? He's researching mercantilism, more longbows. He's got an artillery foundry down and a tavern. Because, of course, standard meta build. He's already sent 1 factory, gonna send 2. He's got 20 longbow, 15 longbow, 3 rockets, and then the infinite 2 rocket card in his deck. So he's got good cards for the 4th age. Meanwhile, 2 bombards have come out. No 12 Abyss guns yet. Both of his factories, the Ottoman player, Karim, are producing bombards. So what I think is going to happen, dear viewer, is he's going to wait for these 2 additional bombards, and then he's going to push. He's going to push with 4 bombards and culverins. He's going to go straight. This man is not going straight artillery. I think he is. And I think it might work. Because there is no... Oh, speak of the devil. And he shall appear. We do have Culverins out for Martiskainen. 4 Culverins that should be able to one-shot a Great Bombard. I think it can. Yeah. I think a Culverin can easily one-shot a Great Bombard, correct? But, oh my god. Karim has 5 Culverins of his own. He's got the arsenal out, getting his artillery upgrades, I assume. Meanwhile, I think Martis has had an artillery, an arsenal out for a while. Hasn't he? Does he not have an arsenal? Oh, I might be wrong there. Has Blackwatch out. So we could be seeing a pretty nasty confrontation here, but I mean, Karim is still stocking up so many resources. This man has to be revolting. There's no way he's not planning a revolt. Otherwise, he would have so many Janissaries out right now. But the Blackwatch are going to come forward. They're going to attack the Ottoman Explorer. The 4 Bombards, so much range. And if those longbows get anywhere close, although Karim is going to see the Culverins, so he's going to make sure to stay out of their range, especially with his Bombards. And there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the revolt is in come the Kevite Fusiliers. And this is where things get interesting. 16 on the way, with another 16 on the way. He now has unlimited Fusiliers, along with Balkan Stratiots, although I don't think those will be very useful. And in come the Fusiliers with the Culverins and the 4 Bombards. Ladies and gentlemen, the British player is up the creek without the paddle. He's only got Rangers and Blackwatch and Culverins, but he's already lost quite a few of those Culverins, and things are looking dire. He's also running out of food on this side of the map, going to have to move all of his villagers over. The Fusiliers coming in, gonna try to get a raid on these villas. The Culverin getting a nice shot in on that Bombard, but the 4 Ottoman Culverins unpacked. Sit down, son, and 2 more Bombards are on the way, ladies and gentlemen. We now have 6 Ottoman Bombards on the field. They will rip this British base down like it is made of paper. And down goes the artillery foundry in, I want to say that was 10 seconds. And this barracks, instant death. Like 6 Bombards, what do you do? With just Rangers? Is Britain dead here? Surely not. He's got 75 vills. Like well, I don't know, he's losing a lot of infrastructure, and that is so much artillery, so many Fusiliers, or Fusiliers, however you say it. He's got 84 Fusiliers. Now granted, Fusiliers aren't a great unit, but there's just so many of them. And there's enough of them to just body block these Bombards. And even the layers of walls. Perhaps walls don't equal wins, ladies and gentlemen? Could it be? I don't know what Brit does here. I think he's just madly getting out more Culverins. Let's see. No, nothing in queue right now. Just putting down infrastructure. Meanwhile, his base is disappearing before our very eyes. Down to 67 vills. Ottoman player at no vills. Because he did revolt. And in come the Rangers, possibly going to try to get some kills here against the Fusiliers, but nice job by Karim keeping those Bombards moving, not letting them stay too sedentary, and making sure that he maximizes all of that amazing Bombard damage. In come the Culverins, but they're going to get targeted right away by the Fusiliers. In come the Rangers, who are superior, but look at that Bombard shot, and the Rangers just being decimated, but so many Culverins coming out. The Ottoman Culverins are down, and they are going to start one-shotting these Bombards. One Bombard goes down. Now he's down to 4. The Bombard slowly being worn down by these Culverins, and the Rangers doing a lot of damage to the Fusiliers, who are not a superior unit. Britain may just survive here. And there are still 4 Bombards left, ladies and gentlemen. More Culverins coming out along with rockets. More Bombards being produced, but no units coming from the Ottoman player. He does have no vills, and he does have no shipments. And yes, that was not correct grammar, but I don't care, because the action is just too real. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 Bombards. And it looks like Karim doesn't really know what to do here. He doesn't know whether to go for the army or try to take down more infrastructure. The bombards trying to get unloaded and get into a good position. A little bit scary, them being right under that town center. And I think that's why those Fusiliers are not wanting to venture too far away. Out come more Culverins. Gonna be able to snipe those bombards, and they're in such a great spot and tucked into this little corner. If that Culverin can get off one more shot, he's gonna take down that bombard. He does, down to 3. And more Culverins coming out. 5 Culverins out for the British player, along with a bunch more Rangers. These are Guard Rangers. The Fusiliers going down very quickly, but in come the Mamluks for the Ottoman player. This might be just the thing he needs to turn the tide. The Fusiliers going down very quick. All of the bombards are now dead, and out come the British rockets getting unpacked, but the Mamluks getting right on top of them, going to be able to hack at those rockets. The Rangers are shooting the Fusiliers. 2 more bombards coming down, and the Mamelukes are going to go down to the Black Watch. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the British player might have this locked up. He's still at 58 vills. Meanwhile, the Ottoman player at no vills, only 1 shipment, ain't going to be able to send a lot of military units to reinforce this battle. The Fusiliers slowly going down to the superior Rangers. The Culverins even doing a little bit of bombard damage in the back, although they are not very good at fighting infantry. And ladies and gentlemen, the British player Martiskainen is going to seal this victory. There is no doubt. The Ottoman player down to just a handful of units here, and still 53 villagers and plenty of resources for Martiskainen. And with the nice Culverin play, along with the Rangers, he was able to hold the Ottoman pressure. The Ottoman bombards packing up and heading home, but there is nowhere to run. They're going to get sniped down by these Culverins. And I really thought that the Ottoman player was looking good there, but perhaps pushed too greedily, too quickly, and this fort here is not going to do much, especially with more rockets from the British player coming out, more Culverins, and there's just nothing that Karim can do, making more bombards and sending the Senar Horsemen. But Senar Horsemen, from my understanding, are more of a complementary unit. They're not really a game-saving unit like Mamluks are. And so this fort gonna go down for the Ottoman player relatively quickly thanks to all this British artillery. And what an entertaining game, ladies and gentlemen. There are not a lot of games, from players in the top 150 at least, where you get to see all of these units in play. You get to see great bombards, you get to see Rangers, you get to see rockets, you get to see Black Watch, you get to see Fusiliers, and also the Senar Horsemen, which are actually doing quite a bit better than I thought, but in come the Black Watch. They're going to make very short work of those horsemen once they get into melee. All of the bombards going down, the rockets firing at the fort. The Ottoman fort is down, no villagers, and that is the game. Oh. Well, I don't think I breathed for like 2 straight minutes there. Oh my gosh, I just tried to breathe in, and my diaphragm, it just hurts, because during that final fight, I was just so enamored by the action. But what a game. What a game, ladies and gentlemen, as I take you on a merry-go-round of the map here. And some of the walls are still standing. We have 1 half layer of wall here. We have another half wall here and a full wall here. So it is confirmed for the final time, ladies and gentlemen, walls equal wins. Now, join me in the post game for the wrap-up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the post game, and as you can see, the tail of the tape is in the resources. 23,000 gathered for Karim, and 52,000 resources gathered for Martiskainen. Now, granted, a lot of those were gathered while Karim had no villagers, but still, the economic discrepancy here is enormous. And it was because of that economic output that the British player was able to survive that first devastating push. And it was because he had so much map control that he was able to retreat to the other half of the map, get more infrastructure up while the Ottoman was tearing down all of his manors, which was a questionable decision by Karim, but again, hindsight is 2020, and he was able to get up new artillery foundries, new barracks, get out a bunch of culverins with all of those resources he had stacked up, and he was able to come back. And the Ottoman push just kind of fizzled out. Those Fusiliers, they look really great when you have 83 of them marching down the map, but against more high-tiered units like Guard Rangers, they really don't hold up. When we go to the military tab, we see 138 of the Fusiliers made by Karim and 69 Rangers made by Martiskainen. Pretty standard, obvious information there. The villager graph, boy, they don't get, oh my God, it looks like the 1939 stock market crash. Look at that drop, just shoom. Now, I mean, Karim was actually doing quite well. He had a respectable 64 villagers, so I wonder what would have happened if rather than saving up all of those resources and revolting, Karim had just, did an FI into standard military production. Abus guns, Janissaries, along with bombards. I think that would have been stronger than this bombard revolt play. It just seemed to take too long, and the British player, by the time the Ottoman player was even rolling across the map, the British player was already matching him in H4 with factories of his own. And we can see, the British player did but, kept his villagers at a constant production until kind of towards the end there, but even started kind of getting his numbers back up. And if we look at the military population, we see a huge advantage for the Ottoman player at about the 18-minute mark, 207 military pop, falling all the way down to just 36 and then 25 by the end of the game. So we see the superior British units facing almost double the amount of Ottoman units and coming out on top. Wow, what a great game. Thank you to Martiskainen for submitting this on the Discord server where I check for all of my replays. However, if you guys want a replay that you want casted directly without going through a Discord server, I link my email to this channel. Just send me a replay. I would be happy to cast it no matter what level you are. Again, big thanks to Martiskainen and to Karim for providing a very, very entertaining game. Walls equal wins. And with that knowledge, have a great day, have a great life. See you later.